Hey everyone, it's That Math Magician, and on this video, I'd like to go back to our previous work and show how, once we have these 3 data points, we can create a table. Now, the whole purpose of a table is that once you have used function notation to solve multiple outputs for multiple inputs, you want to come up with a nice way of organizing those data points. And a table is a really great way of organizing all of your data points. So, for a table, we need to have 2 rows. The first row will be our X row, or our input row, and our other row will be our f of x, or our outputs. So let's go ahead and label these just so we remember. X is our inputs, f of x are our outputs. Alright, now, here's how a table works. Okay, looking at our first example here, we solved f of 1, and we found out that f of 1 equaled 5. So what that means is that on my table here, my x value equaled 1. 1 was the input. When I put 1 into my function f, my output was a 5. So underneath the 1, I want to write a 5. And this shows me that when x is 1, my output is 5. Okay, let's go to the second example that we did. Okay, when we did our second example, we saw that f of 2 equaled 8. Again, that meant that our input was 2, and our output for when x equals 2 is 8. Okay, so now let's finally look at our third example that we worked out, and that was f of 3 equals 13. So our input was 3, and our output when x equals 3 is 13. Okay, this is how a table works. It's a nice way of just organizing your data and quickly seeing that when you have an input, you just look directly below and see what the output was. Okay, and what's really nice about tables is that you can actually extend it out, and you can have a table that has way more input values than just 3, right? All we did was test 3 different inputs, but if I wanted to, I could test when x equals 4, x equals 5, x equals 6, and I could see what those outputs would be as well. Okay. So hopefully we can start to see the benefit of using a table as just a way to organize all of our data points. When we're working through further problems, we may come up with lots of different data points, lots of different inputs that we're going to test, and many outputs that we'll have. And a table is just a great way to organize all of that information. It's That Math Magician, and I'll see you next time.